Hey guys, my name's Isaac, and today, I don't know what this is. We're gonna be looking at my green aquarium. Now, basically, I'm gonna be telling you guys what not to do when setting up a saltwater aquarium. So, first of all, this is my saltwater aquarium. It's right in the middle of our living room, and every single visitor we have asks, "Oh, what's wrong? What did you do?" So, let me tell you guys what I did and then go through some stuff you guys can do that this doesn't happen to your tank. Now, you might see there's some stuff moving in there, and my fish are still alive. I have two clownfish in here. It's been like this for over 3 months. They're doing fine. They've grown a lot actually through the last 4 or 5 months and seem to actually be liking the murky water because they come out a lot closer to the glass than they did before. So they were hiding a lot in the back before, where there's some rocks in there. If you can believe it, there's actually a kind of escape in here and all kinds of good stuff like that. But I could basically tell you anything and you'd have to believe me because you can't see any of it. So yeah, the clownfish are fine. They've been fine for the last 3 months that I've had this algae bloom. And again, I have some snails and one hermit crab. He ate all the other ones, but he's doing fine. And I did lose one big snail. I think maybe you guys can see it there. But that one was doing bad even before the algae bloom and just acting weird. I think it might have been really old already because I basically just bought the biggest snail because I thought it looked cool, which was probably not a good idea. Now, how to avoid this? First of all, buy good quality sand when you're setting up a reef tank. I mean, I think a lot of people will tell you this, but it's not worth cheaping out on sand and buying something that's not meant for reef aquariums. So buy good quality sand that it's just meant and labeled for reef aquariums. That's basically the biggest thing you can do because I added a lot of sand in here that was not made for reef aquariums. It's just normal play sand. And it has a lot of nutrients in it, a lot of silicates, a lot of stuff that are actually not that bad, but they just cause crazy algae blooms. Now, that's the one thing. The second thing is if you do add sand like that, don't cut back all your plants at once. So I basically have a lot of caulerpa in here. This is this green sea algae. And I cut most of it back right after putting the sand in because I was like, I'll make it look nice and clean. And so then lots of nutrients, not a lot of stuff taking nutrients out of the water, and then boom, you have an algae bloom. Now, it's bad, but it's not that bad. I mean, the fish are doing fine, the snails are doing fine, the ones that are alive still at least, and the hermit crab's doing fine, so I wouldn't say the tank has crashed yet, just something here to be careful with. My tank is not very heavily stocked, so it's a 30-gallon tank and I only have 2 clownfish in there again, so oxygen is not tight. But if you do have a lot of fish in there, you might want to take some of them out if you have a second tank or so, because it can give you problems with oxygen, I've heard at least. But so far I haven't experienced any weird behavior from the clownfish and it's been going just fine. So basically don't cheap out on sand when you're setting up a saltwater aquarium. And don't cut all your algae that's growing in there. These ones are actually, it's a type of algae, it's not a plant. Don't cut them all at once because any big changes, especially when they're combined, can easily crash your system. Now, I'll update you guys on this tank. I'm stoked about it still. And hopefully I can show you guys what it actually looks like when the algae is gone. But that's my tip on what not to do when setting up a saltwater aquarium. Hope you guys learned something from me and don't make the same mistake I did. And hope you guys can be as stoked as I will be when this aquarium is looking nice and clean again. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you around.